This is Matador News, and these are today's headlines. A new poll says most Americans want Republicans to meet and vote for Obama's Supreme Court nominee. Cal State Northridge students are voting for their next Associate Student Representatives. And today in sports, the world will witness Kobe Bryant wearing the Lakers jersey for the last time.
Hello, and happy Mamba Day. I'm Eric Kaback.
And I'm Christopher Linares.
A new poll shows Americans want the Senate to hold hearings on the Supreme Court nominee. But the Associated Press poll also says many people aren't following the story and don't think the election year fight is a big deal. The survey said only 1 in 5 people are following the battle over Obama's nomination of Merrick Garland very closely. Republicans are continuing to fight the nomination made by Obama, and Democrats want the Republicans to end their obstruction and let the Senate do its job.
A former Uber driver and his wife are launching a car service for women and children. After hearing frightening stories about unsafe travels and Uber drivers hitting on women, Michael Perez says the service would make women feel safer. The driver and passenger will both have to know the same password in order for the ride to take place. All women ride-sharing apps like SheTaxi have been unsuccessful in the past, but some legal experts say it may be discriminating against men. But Sharia for Women remains optimistic. Sharia for Women plans to launch in Boston this week and then expand to cities around the U.S.
Spanish police officials have arrested a Frenchman suspected of supplying the weapons used in the Paris attacks. Antoine Deneve has been arrested with 2 other men in the Spanish beach town of Rincón de la Victoria after officials obtained an arrest warrant. Deneve told the Spanish court he did not sell the weapons to the attackers, but the judge ordered Deneve to be kept in Spanish jail until further notice. The judge will also determine whether he'll be tried in Spain or in France.
A judge in China today has ruled against the country's first same-sex marriage case. Sun Wenlin and his partner Hu Ming Liang brought their case to a civil affairs bureau after officials refused to grant them a marriage license last summer. Sun said he knew the result had been decided before the case had even started. Homosexuality was decriminalized in China in 1997, but marriage of 2 men isn't specified in the law. Sun and his partner had hoped to win the case on a loophole they found in the law. The case came 3 days after China heard the first transgender discrimination case, and no verdict had been announced.
CSUN students need to go vote, and here's why. Jackie Wawee has the story.
That's right, Eric. Associated Students is holding elections today and tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Election stations are located at the Arbor Grill, Sierra Quad, and in front of the Matador bookstore.
Well, I was strolling to the bookstore, and I was coerced by the offering of a $5 gift card.
It's a Matamoney campus dining card that only the first 300 voters can receive. You can use them at any of the on-campus restaurants. AS is giving out the gift cards, hoping to bring more voters in. The staff members tell us that only about 5% of CSUN students typically vote.
Kind of just like saw the signs, and then I realized, maybe I can, help out with voting. Maybe I can make a little bit of a difference.
And each vote does make a difference. Students have the opportunity to tell AS what they want for the upcoming year. In fact, we're paying for it.
$90 of each student's tuition goes straight to the AS budget. So AS is in charge of $8 million budget. So every student who votes technically has a voice in how that money is spent. So we really want every student to come out and vote.
Be sure to stop by and vote at any of the 3 stations. Find information about the candidates' proposals on AS website, csun.edu/AS. Now let's go back to the studio with Chris.
Thank you, Jackie. A German train dispatcher is facing charges of negligent homicide. Prosecutors say the dispatcher was playing on his cell phone when he misdirected 2 trains that crashed into each other. The February collision killed 11 passengers. The dispatcher has admitted to playing a game but says he was not distracted by it.
A mother in Round Rock, Texas is wondering why her son had blisters on his palms and fingertips. Clarice Johnson says her 13-month-old son Caleb was screaming uncontrollably when she picked him up from the daycare last week.
I rushed to the hospital, they couldn't find anything, and then that's when they finally found the burns. I just want to know what happened.
Although the daycare houses a full kitchen, its director says kids are not allowed to enter and there is nothing that he could have burned himself on. The Department of Family and Protective Services are investigating the incident.
Experts say a 400-year-old painting found in an attic in southern France may be that of Italian master Caravaggio. Art expert Eric Turkin says the painting is worth some $135 million. The picture has been named a French national treasure, which means it can't be exported to museums outside of France for 30 months, even though the painting hasn't been officially authenticated. Some Italian Baroque art experts say they do not believe the Italian artist actually painted the artwork. The owners of the house where the painting was found discovered it when they were fixing a leak in the attic. Experts have been cleaning and restoring the painting for the last 2 years.
Now let's go to Patsy Powell with the latest on business.
Thank you. 36,000 Verizon employees are striking today after failing to reach a labor agreement. The workers are lobbying for job security and want to stop jobs from going overseas.
What we want is for them to respect us as employees. They've made billions of, Verizon made $39 billion this year, okay? And now they want us to give back. We're not here to give back.
Workers say they've been without a contract since August, and over 5,000 jobs have been sent overseas. Presidential candidate Bernie Sanders joined the picket lines outside Verizon headquarters in Manhattan this morning. Presidential candidate Hillary Clinton also got involved, saying Verizon should come back to the bargaining table with a fair offer. It looks like summer gas prices will be the lowest they've been in over a decade. AAA says the prices will go as low as they did in 2005, but will likely average to prices similar to summer 2009. California is known for consistently having the most expensive gas in the United States due to the state's high standards for air quality. Now let's go to Brittni Perez for the latest on HELP.
After 11 months of being attached to the waist, two sisters have been successfully separated. Jimena and Scarlett Hernandez Torres were conjoined twin baby girls as part of a triplet set. Their sister Silva was born without any medical issues. The conjoined babies were connected below their waist and shared a colon and bladder. Doctors say their organs will be reconstructed in separate surgeries once each sister has recovered properly. Driscoll Children's Hospital says the chance of a triplet birth involving conjoined twins is 1 in 50 million. This is a historic moment for the Texas hospital as well because it is the first time the doctors there have separated conjoined siblings. Smokers are less likely to get a job compared to non-smokers. A recent Stanford University study says smokers are more likely to put their habit above personal hygiene, transportation, and even a cell phone. Smokers who do get a job after 1 year make $5 less an hour than non-smokers. At about 32 hours per week, they're losing about $8,300 a year. The study found that smokers tend to be unreliable, report poor health, and have a criminal history. Smokers don't get legal protections, and most employers require people to pledge or prove they do not smoke. Now let's go to entertainment with Patsy Powell.
Thank you, Brittni. Barbershop The Next Cut is coming out in 2 days. It's been 12 years since we've seen this crew in action. This time, it's not just the boys running the show. Nicki Minaj joins the cast as Drea. Also joining the cast is rapper Common and New Girl's Lamorne Morris. Back in 2004, Barbershop 2 opened at #1 with over $24 million in the box office sales. Celebrity dog whisperer Cesar Millan is not being charged with animal cruelty. The complaint started online based on footage from Millan's TV show Cesar 911. A French Bulldog Terrier mix with a history of attacking other animals was undergoing behavioral modification. The video shows the dog escaping Millan's control. The terrier chased a pig after the animals were placed together in the yard. He bit the pig. The LA County Department of Animal Control investigated and found the pig is fine and has no serious injury. The producer of the highly anticipated Gilmore Girls revival is suing Warner Brothers Television for over $200,000 of unpaid compensation. Gavin Malone's lawsuit claims Warner Brothers changed their agreement, making the revival a separate production based upon the Gilmore Girls original series as opposed to a narrative extension of the show. Warner Brothers has not yet commented on the legal action. And now let's go back to sports with Brittni.
The Dodgers are back in Los Angeles for their series against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Yesterday was the home opener for the Dodgers, but they fell to Arizona 4-2. After almost being swept by the San Francisco Giants last weekend, Dodger fans were hopeful for them coming back. Starter Kenta Maeda pitched 6 scoreless innings, and in the second inning, Dodgers took an early 1-0 lead. But the Diamondbacks had back-to-back home runs in the 7th and 8th and added 2 more runs in the 9th. In the bottom of the 9th, Dodgers tried to rally and brought in one more run, but were unable to add any more to the board. They will be playing Diamondbacks tonight at 7:10. The Golden State Warriors have been in the news a lot lately. The team is practicing this morning, their way possibly to breaking a record for the most wins in a regular season since 1995 to 1996 Chicago Bulls. In a regular season, there are 82 games, and right now the Warriors have won 72. Tonight, they're aiming for 73. In the last 2 games against the Memphis Grizzlies, the Warriors have beaten them by 20 points. Tonight, the Warriors will be playing at home against the Grizzlies at 7:30. Now let's go to Matador News reporter Flor Tolentino in the newsroom, covering the league.
Thank you, Brittni. Sad to say tonight is Kobe Bryant's last game, and many people say they will always remember him. Many people have followed Bryant's legendary career from the beginning. Students here on campus say they have been inspired by Kobe's work ethic and dedication to the game of basketball.
He has inspired me because he is the ultimate competitor.
There's just a lot of memories. I don't have a favorite one, but I just have enjoyed every single moment I got to see him.
He taught me work ethic. He taught me how to be a leader. He taught me how to bring out the best and worst of a team. And he truly inspired me to follow my dreams and whatever my passion is, to go out and chase it.
After his last road game Monday night, Bryant was asked what it meant to play for the Lakers his entire career. He says it's meant everything.
Yeah, I grew up a diehard Laker fan. And so, like, it's like a dream come true for a kid to grow up, play for his favorite team, and play there for 20 years. His entire career, I've seen the city grow, I've seen the city develop, and vice versa. You know, there's no place I'd rather end my career.
Tonight's Laker game is scheduled for 7:30. You can watch it on ESPN2 or listen on ESPN LA 7:10 a.m. Tickets for tonight's game have been selling anywhere between $750 to sit in the 300 section, all the way up to $25,000 for courtside seats. That's all for sports. Now back to the studio.
Thanks for watching Matador News. I'm Eric Kaback.
I'm Christopher Linares.
I'm Brittni Perez.
And I'm Patsy Powell.